like Domino's, how you like pizza at home.
Okay, with Bill Parcells, Bob Costas back at our NFL Live studios in New York. Now, with Halloween still a recent memory, we thought it might be an appropriate time to discuss football and superstition. For all his meticulous attention to detail and hard work, Parcells here incorporated a fair amount of superstition into his coaching. We'll start now by hearing from Bill's former defensive coordinator, now the Browns head coach, Bill Belichick.
In Bill's office, he had a lot of elephants in his office on his desk, and their trunks were all turned a certain way, towards the door or towards the window. I don't know, whatever brought him good luck. And Bill did things routinely, and when those routines worked, then he would stay with them. So if we didn't practice on Saturday and then won the game, you could bank on the fact that next Saturday we wouldn't practice.
Think most coaches and players are like that? They have some kind of superstition?
Oh, I think so. A lot of the players never claimed to have any, but I always noticed that they used to call to my attention the fact that we were digressing from what had been the norm, especially if things were going well. So deep down, we had a few closet guys that had the same superstitions I had.
The only ones that used to bother me, and you'd hear about them in football, baseball, whatever the sport, is when a guy had a certain garment, and he did well, and then he wouldn't wash it. Which is bad enough in baseball where you play every day, but in football where you play week to week, if a guy's going 6-7 weeks, with a pair of socks, I don't care. It's got to change.
Well, we never had those, but we would wear the same stuff, but it was sent to the dry cleaner.
Well, that's reassuring. For more on Bill's penchant for superstition, again, we go back to Bill Belichick.
Who would be the first guy in the locker room, or where he would sit in the locker room, who he stood next to in the national anthem. I think that was a big thing, that when the wrong guy stood to him, he clubbed him over the head and told him to get out of the way because he wasn't supposed to be standing there, stuff like that.
He had a lot on his mind then, this return again.
Bill could keep track of a lot of things, a lot more than I could.
Did you have an assistant in charge of superstitions? A guy with a clipboard keep track of them?
No, it's just the coaches and the players got to know him. You don't pick up pennies with the heads up. And that sideline thing, for a number of years, I had my captain always stand next to me on the sideline, Harry Carson. He couldn't win a coin toss, so I knew every time I sent him out from there we were going to lose the toss. We had a little advantage. We could plan ahead.
Step on a crack, break a witch's back. Now, we dug into our archives and found this tape of Parcells talking about yet another of his superstitions.
Cats. Black cats, or cats in general. If they cross in front of you, you can erase them. Do you know how to do that?
No.
Well, you drive your car over where he was, and then you back up, and then you drive back over, then he doesn't count after that.
Well, just to make you feel at home here on the set, between cats and pachyderms, there you go.
Well, you have to point this trunk toward the door. Trunk has to be up, and he has to be facing the door, and that brings you good luck.
Well, with any luck at all, NFL Live halftime activities will continue. Please stay with us.